Once upon a time, apart from Hollywood, the only other foreign film industry cinephiles from around the world seemed to acknowledge and follow was Bollywood. But times have changed now. In the last decade alone, South cinema has, if not superseded, caught up with Bollywood in the world map, giving the Hindi cinema a run for their money, one superhit film at a time. What about when at the recent IPL match, West Indies bowler Obed McCoy celebrated taking a wicket by imitating actor Allu Arjun's iconic gesture from Pushpa the Rise? That small but significant gesture is in itself a huge reminder of how the South cinema is inching towards global domination. On one hand, where big budget Bollywood films like Ranbir Kapoor's Shamshera, Ranveer Singh's Jayesh Bhai Jordar, Akshay Kumar's Samrat Prithviraj and Amir Khan's Lal Singh Chadda, among others, have failed to bring back the audiences to the theatres, South Indian film industry comprising Telugu, Tamil, Kannada and Malayalam film industries, in sharp contrast, has done exceedingly well. Notably, the huge collection of just the Hindi dubbed version of South Indian films like Allu Arjun's Pushpa the Rise and Ram Charan and N.T. Rama Rao Jr.'s RRR speaks volume of how South has one-upped Bollywood at the moment. Beyond boycott calls for Bollywood films on social media, there are a number of reasons as to why this could be the case. One of the most predominant reasons has to do with the content being churned out by Bollywood filmmakers. According to a recent report by SBI research team, the average IMDb rating for around 43 Bollywood movies released since January 2021 was just 5.9, while the average rating of 15 Hindi dubbed South Indian films was 7.3. Another reason has to do with the demographic changes. South Indian states have the highest number of elderly people. This means they are not as technology savvy and still prefer traditional methods of enjoying films, like watching them in cinema halls. In stark contrast, most of the millennial Gen Z population happens to be residing in northern parts of India, and they mostly prefer buying subscriptions to OTT platforms, which present them with not just 5, 10, but thousands of options when it comes to new good content. Then there's the high tax on Hindi films. According to the same SBI report, barring a few states like Himachal Pradesh, Punjab and Rajasthan, the entertainment tax falls between the range of 50 to 60%. In Bollywood hub Mumbai, the entertainment tax rate is 45% for Hindi films. On the other hand, the tax on regional language films is way less. 0% tax on Kannada films in Karnataka and 0% tax for Tamil films in Tamil Nadu, to highlight a few. Then, lastly but not the least, there's the whole deal with multiplexes. Reportedly, the rise of multiplexes over single-screen cinema halls has deeply impacted the cost of tickets, which becomes a huge factor for those purchasing them. Interestingly, South India has more single-screen halls, which some say could be a reason why South films are doing better at the box office. All things considered, Bollywood just might be able to take back the reins in the coming future. Look at how Ayan Mukherjee's Brahmastra Part 1 Shiva is soaring in terms of box office collections. Many have predicted that this Ranbir Kapoor and Alia Bhatt starrer might just break the dry spell of Bollywood at the box office, and thus far, it seems to be true. Well, fingers crossed. For cinephiles, be it South or Bollywood, whoever wins, it's a win-win situation because we get to watch great cinema, and that's all that matters, right? What are your thoughts on this Bollywood versus South films debate? Do let us know your views in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe to Showsha for all things entertainment.